This is double stop lick number 1 in A minor. Okay, so here's how you play that first double stop. It's up here in this position, and we're playing off of this A minor up here, up on the 12th fret here. I can barely play that because of my fingers. I broke this little finger. I've told this story, and it's hard for me to, so I'll make it the way I usually make it. I usually bar 2 fingers with this one finger because this little finger I can't get up there because of this knot in it. So anyway, it's built off of this minor chord up here, up in the 12th fret, this A minor, right there. So it starts off, you're playing your first and second finger. Your first finger's on the 12th fret of the high E string. Your second finger's on the 13th fret of the B string. You hit it, and you slide it down a fret, and then right back up. Like that. So then you come up here on the B string, and your first finger goes to the 13th fret of the B string, and your second finger goes on the 14th fret of the G string. And you do the same thing, you slide it down 1 fret. So we got, then the last part, you take your first finger and bar it across the D and G string on the 14th fret, hit those 2 strings, and do the slide back and slide right back up. So then I did this lick here from the 14th fret of the D string, first finger, and I'm palm muting these notes, so they're, you know, they're kind of got that muted sound to them. Kind of makes it sound a little funkier because, you know, this groove is kind of funky sounding. So we're going to the 14th to the 17th fret with your 4th finger on the D, to the 14th fret of the G string, first finger, back to the 17th fret of the D string with your 4th finger. So we got, then you come up to the 17th fret of the G string with your 4th finger, put that little twist on that note. At that point you don't mute it so much. And then you do the little twist on the 17th fret and end here on the 14th fret on the A note there of the G string. So let me play that with the track here. Okay, so here's the second double stop lick in a groove over A minor. Okay, so here's how you play the second A minor double stop lick. So we start here with our first finger across the B and E string on the 8th fret. You hit that, and you can play, I'm going to play it with my fingers. I like the sound of the fingers. Or you can play it with the pick. Actually, if I do play it with my pick, I hit the B string with my pick, and then I hit the E string with my fingernail. of my first finger on my right hand, like so. So what you're going to do, you have your first finger here on the 8th fret of the B and E string. You're going to hit that and slide up to the 10th fret, and then slide right back down. Here's what the fingers have it, make it sound a little more mellow. I kind of like that. Sweeter. So that's the first part. First finger 8 to 10 on the B and E string. Just hit it once, slide it up and back down. Then you go to the G and B string. Your first finger is on the 7th fret of the G string, and your second finger is on the 8th fret of the B string. You play that, hit that, then you slide that shape up 2 frets and back down. Like that. Let me play that much of it with the track. Okay, so the last part, you come up here with your first finger again on the D and G string on the 5th fret. And you hit the D string, and you're sliding to the 7th fret like so, with your first finger across the D and G. You only hit the D string, hit that, then you come up and hit the G string once you're to the 7th fret. Then you do hit those 2 notes again on the 7th fret of the D and G string where your first fingers. Then you slide it back down to the 5th fret. Like so. So you got. Let me play it with the track. Alright, so there you have 2 really cool minor double stops you can play over any minor chord. You can move that to C minor. Move it around. Just use it. Start using these little double stop ideas, you know, when you're playing behind somebody and you're looking for something that you can add that's going to add texture or you know, a layer of sound. You know, you could just, you know, you could probably just strum the A minor, but if you do these kind of licks, just, you know, if they're not in the way of what's, you know, the vocalist is doing or another player is doing, they again, they just add texture and color to the sound of what's going on. Well, anyway, that's how you play the second one. Alright, I want to show you this really cool double stop over a major chord now. And this is going to be over C major. And it's going to be using mainly tones or notes from the major pentatonic scale. So up here in this box here. Up here in this position up here. So it starts off. So that's how the lick goes. Let me play it over a track here so you can hear how it sounds. Pretty cool lick. Again, these double stops, I like to use them if I'm vamping on a chord. You know, if I'm backing up a singer and you know they're you know, you're waiting for them to come in to sing. You can use these little ideas, or you can use them in between verses or whatever. It's just something, you know, they're kind of soulful sounding, and just add color and you know, more texture to the sound of what's being played, as long as you're not getting in the way of another instrument. So this lick starts with a hammer-on the G string with your first and third finger from the 7th to the 9th fret. Then you come up here to the E and B string on the 8th fret, play those two notes together. Then you do a hammer-on the B string only to the 10th fret with your third finger, first and third. Then right back down to the B and E string on the 8th fret with your first finger. So then you come up here and you're on the G and B string. Your first finger is on the 7th fret of the G string, your second finger is on the 8th fret of the B string, and you do a hammer-on pull-off on the G string with your first and third finger. Like so. Sound the two notes together. Like that. So here we go. Let's play the whole thing up to there. Then you come here to the 10th fret of the D string with your fourth finger. So we got. Then you come back up to the G and B string, and you haven't left your position here where you were with these two fingers. The first and second fingers are still on the 7th fret of the G string and the 8th fret of the B string. Then you just do that hammer on from the 7th to the 9th fret on the G string, like so. So we have slow, so let me play this over this track again. Okay, so that's a sweet lick. I mean, you know, you hear these kind of fills, these double stop licks on records all over the place, you know, especially back in the old 60s soul music. You listen to a lot of Sam and Dave and Temptation. You'll hear a lot of those kind of double stops in the background. And they add just so much color and texture. It's pretty cool. So, you know, start using these, you know, transpose it to another key. If you're going to do it in the key of D, you'd go key of G, key of A, okay, so this is going to be double stop lick number 2 in a major. I'm using C major again. So this is very soulful lick too. Again, I can't overemphasize how these are just, you know, used for when you're vamping and just adding texture and color. So let me play that with the track here, and then I'll tell you how to play this one. Again, these pretty simple, pretty easy to play. So this one starts, you're on your high E string and G string with your second and third finger on the 10th fret. Your second finger's on the 10th fret of the G string. Your third finger's on the 10th fret of the high E string. You slide that up a whole step to the 12th fret, both fingers. Then right back down. Don't hit it again, you just do the slide. Then you come down here. First finger is on the 8th fret of the high E string. Your second finger is on the 9th fret of the G string. Then you hit those two strings again. I'm playing this with my fingers. I think it gets, I love the fingers. You could probably play this with your pick and finger. Hybrid pick it, I suppose. Like that. So anyway, we have this slide back down. Then you hit it again when your second and third fingers on the 8th fret of the G and high E string, and then slide up. So we got. So let me play that much. One more time, that much. And then you play the suspended chord here. I think I was just finger picking those three notes. So your first finger is on the 8th fret of the B and high E string. Your third finger is on the 10th fret of the G string. And then you just take your second finger and play on the 9th fret of the G string with your second finger. This is still on the 8th fret of the B and E string. You play those. You're just playing a C suspended down to a C. So we got. Cool sound. You know, this, again, just adding color, you know. There it goes. My bad. And again, I recommend you transpose it to other keys. So if you transpose this to A, it'd be. G. So there you have 4 cool, soulful double stop licks that you can use to add texture and color to the sound of a one chord vamp, or you can use them, you know, over the chord. It doesn't have to be where you're vamping. You can just use it when you go over a C chord. You could just put that little lick in there. As long as it wasn't getting in the way of the vocalist or another instrument, you're going to be fine with doing little double stop fills like that. I do them all the time, usually when I'm playing behind a singer or something. Again, just so you don't get in their way. But, all right, well, listen, I hope you enjoyed this video on these 4 soulful double stop licks. And if you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe channel, hit the like button, the bell. And until the next time, y'all have a blessed evening, and we'll see y'all again real soon. Thanks for watching.